Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Mel's back from quitting the show again.
Mike has not sought consent for my presence.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club, the show that
This is an illegal recording.
We're gonna do anyway. We're gonna do it live. This show didn't have a theme song, did it?
It had a little ditty. I don't know that you'd call it a theme song.
How did it go?
I don't know. I just know it was a song.
Okay. Play it. Maybe. I didn't play it. There was nothing. Mel was crazy.
You're stupid.
I'm just recording that in case there's nothing.
Okay.
I'll cut it out. I'll cut it out if there was something. I'm covering all the bases.
Cover all your bases.
With what?
Mayonnaise.
Oh, I thought you were going to say butter.
No. You think you're butter and sandwich? Get out of town.
I don't like mayonnaise.
I wasn't going to cover you in something you enjoyed. How is that a punishment?
Well, it's still, weird. Still a weird thing to do to somebody, right?
Slather them in butter? No, that's normal. That's Tuesday night activities.
Oh, I would prefer ketchup, if anything.
You don't get a say. It's mayonnaise.
All right. Well, we watched the Papers, Please short film. I just realized it's probably important that we clarify that.
No.
You ever played Papers, Please?
I haven't, and I'm pretty sure I've had it for 15 years.
Oh, you should play it.
I want to, but it always gets bumped down the queue.
You should let me watch you play it.
Why?
I love Papers, Please. Yeah, I wanted to watch this. But for some reason, Papers, Please has re-entered my brain over the past month, and I think I'm going to play it again soon.
I feel like you've been talking about it nonstop, and I don't know why.
I don't know, it just occurred to me. Papers, Please came out in 2013 for PC, developed by 3909, which is the dev company of Lucas Pope, who is known for, I think mostly known for this, and also Return of the Obra Dinn.
Oh, yeah.
Which I have not played, but I should. And a bunch of other just smaller games. I think there's a couple of Lucas Pope games on the Playdate. You know, that little handheld console with the crank.
Oh, yeah. What a weird thing that exists.
Yeah. I'm really interested in it.
Isn't it $10 million, though?
I don't think so. I think it's cheap. I've looked into it before, and I remember being like, huh.
Order now for $229.
Oh, okay. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I think you pay that, and then you get, games.
You get seasons of games.
Yeah, I think you just keep getting them. 24 free games, 2 every week for 12 weeks.
It's a big upfront investment for micro games.
I don't know if they're that micro. To me, micro games means 3 seconds long. Because that's WarioWare.
No, you're thinking WarioWare. You need to stop thinking about him. He's never going to take you back.
That's what micro games are, though.
Oh my god. We are adults. We can extrapolate. We can use those terms to think outside the bun.
Maybe you can.
Sorry about your brain problems.
I'm not going to try to violate Wario's copyright. Or trademark, or whatever it is. Anyway, Lucas Pope, not Wario, Lucas Pope, started out working on Quake conversion mods while studying mechanical engineering at Virginia Tech. Did you know that?
I know everybody that comes in and out of the state of Virginia.
That's what I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
Do you know the Queen?
I did. She's dead, Mel.
So?
Thanks for reminding me.
Is this where we have a moment of silence and you play the national anthem?
I don't know the national anthem.
Oh my god.
What is it? Is that the one that's ba 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 ba? No, it's your national anthem. What's my national anthem? I think it's ba 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 ba. I don't know. Is that it?
No.
What is it then? How do you know my national anthem?
I know that it's not an American song.
No, I think the second one I did was like "God Save the Queen" is
Our
the
country 'tis of the sweet land of liberty. That's
God
what you
save the Queen. Is that not right? I don't know. I'm not very patriotic. I never have been.
I don't think you have a country. I think you exist entirely within a dream realm.
I'm Australian, okay? That's the problem.
No, you're not.
I legally am.
You've never been there.
I'm legally a citizen of the country I've never been to.
I have dual citizenship with a country I've never met.
I have a passport.
Ooh, wave that around, why don't you? Why don't you wave that in front of the inspector at the border?
Hey, you know what? That does tie into this. Let's talk about that when we get to the talking about the game. But right now we're supposed to be talking about Lucas Pope. Because eventually he got a job at Naughty Dog working on the Uncharted games, but he left after Uncharted 2 because he wanted to work on smaller, more experimental titles. Because if he had stayed at Naughty Dog, he would have just been working on Uncharted 3.
Right, forever and ever until he died.
Yeah, I guess he was a little burned out on it, which I can understand. So in a warm-up for a 48-hour game jam, he created a Flash game called The Republia Times. It's about being a newspaper editor in Republia, a country with an unpopular totalitarian government, right after the end of a war with the neighboring country of Antegria. So you have to, the government has your family, and you have to sort of weigh up reporting the news versus reporting the news that's going to keep the government happy so that you don't get punished for reporting stuff they don't want known, I guess. You can play it for free on the internet.
That's cool.
Yeah, even though Flash is dead, the game has been converted to another system, so you can still play it. So Papers, Please is inspired by Lucas Pope's many travels through customs. In particular, after moving to Japan with his wife, because his wife is Japanese. So he moved over there so that they could be close to her family. And I guess they had to pass through customs a lot. I've had to do that as well, because when I was a kid, I only had an Australian passport, and we would go to France a lot. I would go to France a lot with my dad's family, who aren't Australian. It's my mom who's Australian. So every time we went through customs, they would all get to go through the quick EU citizen passport check, and I would have to go on my own separately to another.
You got the cavity search?
Yeah, I had to go to the international thing, and they would be like, why are you coming here? Because according to my passport, I'm just Australian. And I would be like, yeah, I have an Australian passport, but I'm from here and I was born here. I just don't have a UK passport. So I would have to go through immigration to go back to my home country because I only had an Australian passport. Maybe that's why Papers, Please speaks to me so much, because I get to be on the other side of it.
Sure, let's go with that.
It's inspired by Eastern European countries and the Berlin Wall, that whole kind of 80s communist era.
Doesn't this take place in 82 or something?
Yeah, it does. But it's set in a fictional location. The internet says that's to avoid saying too much about real-life politics, but I feel like it still says quite a lot about real-life politics. If it were me and I were making this, I would set it in a fictional place just so that I didn't have to worry too much about getting any details right. Because if you set it in real countries, people are going to be like, that didn't happen in that country in that year, you know?
This game is inherently political. I
know.
You can't get away from that.
I know, yeah. I mean, the game is about politics.
Right.
It's about the politics of immigration. That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's set in the fictional country of Arstotzka, shortly after the end of a war with Kolechia, the neighboring country. And the player is a passport inspector at a checkpoint in the middle of the shared city of Grestin. So I think East Grestin is the Arstotzkan side, and West Grestin is the Republia side of the wall. Oh, did I say Republican? I meant Kolechian.
You did say Republican.
Okay. Well, that's because I was about to say that Republia and Antegria from the Republican Times both appear as neighboring countries as well. So it's kind of a soft sequel to the Republican Times.
Wow.
It's cool. I like this game.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
It's fun. I bought it, I guess, in 2014, but I didn't ever finish it until, I think, 2017. I was looking at my achievements to try and figure it out. I've only ever received one ending in the game, and there are 20, so I want to play it again, yeah. It's a good game.
So many.
It's a good game. I think I did it once and I got one ending, and then I didn't want to play it again right away because I knew I would get sick of it if I did, because, it's a lot of checking passports and reading small details.
Right.
And I have a lot of ADHD, so I didn't want to ruin it for myself by spending too much time in there. So this short film was produced by a pair of Russian filmmakers, and it was made in Russia, which means there's a lot of Russian names, and I am really going to struggle with them. So I'm just putting that out there in the first place. I'm sorry if I pronounce all the Russian names wrong. I'm trying. But the two filmmakers, they both wrote it together. Lucas Pope is also credited for writing, but I don't know if he actively wrote the short film or if they're just crediting him with it because he wrote the game. But then the two writers were Lilia Tkach and Nikita Odinsky. Odinsky.
Rolled right off the tongue. Didn't sound stilted at all.
Nikita Odinsky also directed the film. They had previously made a film together called Freelance, and then they later made a film together called Beholder, which was inspired by this one, apparently. It's also set in a similar government situation.
And there's a lot of beholding being done?
I assume so. Or at least someone is beholding something.
Someone or something has been beheld.
Yeah, and the focus is on the one doing the beholding.
Okay.
I would assume. Anyway, they got permission to make this film from Lucas Pope after emailing him a screenplay. And the film premiered on January 27th, 2018 at the Tech Gorka House of Culture in Moscow. and then it was released worldwide on YouTube and Steam on February 24th, almost a month later.
Steam.
Yeah, I forgot that Steam at one point was trying to be a video distribution platform. I feel like that didn't last very long.
It really didn't. Can you still get any videos there? If you got videos through Steam, do they still exist?
I assume so. I think I have one.
I think I have one, but I don't know that I've seen it in a million years.
Yeah, how do you... I can't remember how you, change what types of things are being shown. How do you change the... Oh, they've changed it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to see my music anymore. They've changed it. Oh, wait. No, here we go. Yeah, videos. Okay, it's still a tab up here.
Okay,
yeah.
That's good. They don't just secret away the money you already spent.
Yeah, so the tabs are games, soundtracks, software, videos, and tools. I have 12 videos.
Good for you.
They're all from Amnesia Fortnite.
What?
It's the thing that Double Fine used to do. They would spend a fortnight just making a bunch of small games, prototypes, and then I think they would pick 4 of them to develop into full games. That's where stacking came from, and I think it's where Costume Quest came from as well. So.
I'm pretty sure the only video I have is a Riff Tracks.
I thought I had the Double Fine documentary about the Kickstarter game they did, but maybe I only have that on DVD because I don't see it here. I've never watched it. I should. I'm sure it's very interesting. Anyway, here's the film. It's beginning. We open with some typewriter text giving some backstory, which is basically identical to the game's backstory.
Right.
I struggled with the year 1982 because something about the way the 1 is written made it not read as a number to me.
does look like an eye.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was just some like code number or something. I was like, oh, what? It's like file I-982, and then
Interstate 982.
and then I was like, oh, it's 1982, and we're in East Grestin, and there's paint on the wall that says Astotska welcomes you, which is generally not the case in my experience.
The bigger and bolder the statement, the less they actually mean it.
Like, I feel like in the game when you're welcoming people in, most of the time what your character says is cause no trouble.
Yes, welcome to our country. Don't do anything bad.
So we see the inspector arrive, and he gets out his rulebook and his stamps. The inspector is played by Igor Savochkin. And, you know, a common thing throughout this episode is going to be that we have heard of nothing that these people have been in before, because it's all Russian.
Yeah, I got that impression.
I've never seen I don't think I've ever seen a single Russian-made show in my life. Maybe I've played a Russian-made game at some point, but...
I've definitely played Russian games. Depressing Russian visual novels, that's a category all of its own.
Oh, yeah? I'm not sure what games I've played. I've probably played a Russian game at some point, but I wouldn't know. Half the time, I'll find out years later that a game I've played was made in some East European country, and I'm like, whoa, really? Anyway, he is known for playing Maxim Ivanovich in Night Watch and Sledovatel in Leviathan.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen. So I was impressed with the set design. You never really get a good look at the inside of the booth in the game, but this whole thing feels right to me. It feels like what it should look like.
Right.
Because the game's graphics are quite low fidelity, you know? It's pixel art, I think. Is it? No, wait. It's
8-bit at best. It is, right?
I'm not sure now that I think about it. Is it pixel art or is it just...
I'm pretty sure it's pixel art.
It's very stylized either way.
I have memories of pixel art.
Yeah, okay, it's pixel art. Yeah.
Pixel art.
Yeah. I had to go look at it just to be sure. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah. Yeah, it is. It's funny, looking at the screenshots in Steam gives you a really good sense of what the entire game looks like. Because you're mostly just looking at that one screen the whole time. I liked the set here. I liked that they had gone to the trouble of building like an automated shutter system just for that one shot where he raises it up.
You made it sound like a shutter features prominently.
Well, it does at the beginning here.
I don't know that means prominently.
I mean, well, anyway, whatever. We see he's got a pistol in a safe, and he sets out a photo of his family. In the game, you don't get the family photo until pretty close to the end, and only if your wife is alive to give it to you.
Only if your wife is alive.
Yeah. There's 5 people in the photo in both versions, but there's a different set of people here than there are in the game. I'm assuming that the wife, mother-in-law, and son are still here, but there seems to be a second son who doesn't exist in the game.
Just inventing sons, William.
Yeah, in the game, instead of the second son, the photo has the uncle. You can have a second kid, but it's your niece. You can adopt her when your sister is mysteriously arrested. So someone knocks on the window, and the inspector pushes a button to raise the shutter up. And I don't care. I thought it was cool.
I'm not saying it's not cool, but you drew so much attention to it. I thought it was like a big thing in the game, having a shutter.
Oh, it is? Oh.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, because you lower it to detain someone. If you want them arrested, you can close the shutter and the guards will come in and take them away.
That's what I was trying to ask about.
Okay, you didn't phrase it like a question.
Sometimes I guess I overestimate you.
I thought you meant I made it sound like... Because you said you made it sound like the shutter is a prominent thing. And I thought you meant in the short film.
I didn't.
Well, anyway. So we've got Sergiu here, standing out in the booth. He is played by Evgeny Tokarev, who's known for playing Venya in Uznik Staroi Usadbi and Krechetov in Puzzle.
Okay.
He tells the inspector that Elisa will come today. In the game, Sergiu is stationed at your checkpoint on day 17 after the previous guard is killed in a terrorist attack. And he's basically the closest thing you have to a friend in this game. He can be killed by terrorists if you fail to neutralize them fast enough. And it feels real bad if he gets killed.
No, I love it when everybody dies. I play video games to watch everybody die.
Yeah. And yet you don't like The Sims.
No, it's boring.
Maybe it's because you're not killing enough people. Maybe you'd like it if you set out to kill everyone.
I'm not a serial killer. If I just start a game, make a pool, and remove the ladder and get everyone in town into it,
there's
that's
so
boring.
many ways to kill people, Mel. There's so
I've watched
many
Robaz.
ways. Well, he's doing it with mods. You don't even need mods to... Like, every new expansion, they add new deaths. I'm always reading them out to you when they announce the new expansions. So Elisa in the game arrives on day 26. She and Sergiu met in Kolechia during the war and fell in love. She has no family left, so Sergiu asks the inspector to let her through despite her not having the proper papers. And it's up to the player whether to do it or not. There's a bunch of different things that can happen with her. So anyway, the inspector calls in the first person. It's Mariusz Kwasek, played by Dmitry Lysenko. Do you want to try reading out the name of this thing that he's been in?
No.
Oh, come on. Let me paste it to you. You can do it. I believe in you.
No.
Oh, you're not even going to try?
No.
You coward. It's Potoyani the Vospominaniak.
Just as though it were spoken by a Russian themselves.
I wonder if we have any Russian listeners.
No.
I know on YouTube a couple of our episodes are blocked in Russia. Actually,
They will not tolerate our nonsense.
I think I took care of it. I think it was the Mario movie episode was initially blocked in Russia, but I disputed it and eventually we came to an understanding. So I think now it's available.
Me and the country of Russia, we're kind of buddies now.
Anyway, the show gives us zoomed in images of the guy's papers as the inspector's asking questions. I think it does a pretty good job of communicating what the gameplay is.
Looking at papers?
Yeah. Looking at like very specific information. You have to learn quickly like what specific information you need and like what to pay attention to. Which I think is what's cool about it. Because when you first start the game, you can feel very lost. Because there's so much information and the game constantly introduces more information as well. But the further you get through it, the more you sort of like get a system going. Where it's just like, I know what I need to look at, I know what I need to cross-reference, and you can get very quick at it. And apparently that's what Pope noticed going through customs. That's what gave him the idea from the game, was watching what actual customs officers were doing and like... Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you
coughed.
did. Oh, sorry. Discord...
Stop thinking that my coughs are a language.
Discord made it like weird and choppy and it sounded like you were laughing.
No one is trying to speak to you through my coughs. Leave it alone.
That makes me really suspicious that someone is trying to. Like, you're protesting too much.
You would say that.
Well,
you're paranoid.
I can't think of anything to say.
I thought Discord had stopped working again. That was the longest silence I've ever heard from you.
Might be the longest I've ever been silent while still awake. And even then
you're going to say while still alive.
Even then it's iffy. So he asked for the man's work permit because he didn't give him one. And this is also a gameplay thing. Sometimes they won't give you all the papers. And so you have to like point to one that's missing in your rulebook and be like, where's this? And sometimes they actually do have it and they just forgot to give it to you. This guy clearly forgot to give it to him because he knew it was expired.
It could be anything. We don't know that.
Well, he tries to convince the inspector to stamp his passport anyway and let him through, but he denies him. And then we get a montage of people coming through the checkpoint while an orchestrated version of the game's main theme plays. And I liked it. I liked the theme song.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. And the montage ends when Elisa arrives. Elisa Katsenja, played by Antonina Kravtsova, whose only other credit was appearing in something called Whatever We Want.
Because she does whatever she wants.
So the inspector doesn't realize who she is at first, and he's about to deny her for not having an entry permit until she mentions Sergiu. And then we see him weighing up whether to let her in or not. But then he gets a printout saying that they've reached the limit of entrance from Kolechia. And he looks at the photo of his family and then denies her, which is cold.
It is, and I'm confused about it because he continues to let people in after her.
Well, they probably weren't from Kolechia. There's like 5 different
I
countries
see.
that people can be from.
I see.
We do see a couple more Kolechian passports in the second montage, but we don't know if they were ones that he let through or not. It's funny, like, they've reached a quota on how many people can come in from Kolechia. That's never a mechanic in the game. The printout machine is only ever used in the game to give you citations if you've let in people you shouldn't or rejected people that you should have let in. And your reason for having to make a moral choice on denying people is that if you get too many citations, your wages will be docked. And then you won't be able to feed or heat your family, which could possibly lead to their deaths.
Heat my family?
Yeah, you got to pay for heat. Because it's winter.
You just phrased it funny. I can't just pop them in the microwave.
I feel like it wasn't very well communicated here that, like, the family was in danger.
No, it wasn't. I was reading some of the YouTube comments and saw that.
Oh, people were saying that in the comments? I didn't see that.
No, like one person was saying that they liked it. Like you have the family picture that he keeps looking to as like his reminder, as his do it for her, but I don't think it's communicated very well to somebody who's never played it.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe they should have had the boss at the window at the start before Sergio to give like a veiled threat about like the family. I think that maybe would have served better. Because not really understanding that the family is in danger makes it kind of hard to empathize with the inspector in this moment,
right.
Particularly.
Because, like, we see the family and we think, oh, he has a family that he cares for. Sure, I get that. But the danger isn't communicated, like you said, and that makes it very different.
Yeah. But anyway, so Elisa leaves. She takes her papers and she leaves behind a locket for Sergio. In the game, it's actually Sergio that gives you the locket to give to her. And the only way that she'll give it back to you is if Sergio is alive and you deny her entry. And then she'll be like, give this back to him to remember me. But, if Sergio's alive, then denying her entry is a horrible thing to do.
You have to heat your family, Mike. Put him in the toaster oven.
You can get a few warnings before you start actually getting docked pay.
How many times can your pay get docked?
Oh, it's just like endless, I think.
But like until it's a problem.
Oh, once. It's kind of a problem even if your pay doesn't get docked, to be honest.
I mean, sure, but...
You make very little money, and it costs a lot to live. Because you don't just have to pay for food and heating, you've got to pay for rent. If one of your family members gets sick, you've got to buy medicine, stuff like that. There are all kinds of hidden costs that keep popping up. You can just have your savings confiscated.
By whom?
By the government. The government aren't good people, Mel.
I understand that. I'm just like, do they just come to your door one day and say, we need to take a look at your secret savings?
Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what happens. The inspector takes a moment to regain his composure before he calls the next entrant. He puts the locket next to his family photo so that he can look at it and regret his actions. I don't think I've ever denied Elisa entry.
That's why you only got one ending.
Yeah, I guess so. We get another montage. This montage includes Georgie, a fan favorite recurring character. He's the guy that we see getting arrested.
Oh.
He first appears on day 3 with no documents at all, so you turn him away. He comes back on day 4 with a handmade forged passport. Looks like it's made with crayons. And then he comes back regularly throughout the game. Eventually he does show up with the proper papers. And then he keeps showing up every now and then, smuggling drugs and stuff. You can choose to let him through. Because he's another one, like, he kind of becomes a friend, you know? When he shows up, you're like, oh, Georgie, it's you again. Because he's not a threat.
He's just bringing drugs in.
Yeah. And apparently, I didn't do this, but apparently he can help the player escape Arstotzka for one of the game's endings.
Oh.
So I didn't know that until I was looking him up for this. And now I want to see the Georgie ending.
Georgie ending.
Finally, the inspector interviews Isaac Robinsky, played by Mikhail Panyukov, known for playing Commandant Insolovsky in Apostle and Pavlik's father in Call Center. His papers are fine, so he's allowed through, and he tells the inspector his wife is right behind him, Ivana, played by Victoria Sagankova, known for playing the voice of Mama in Adam and Eve, and Priemnaya Komissia in Mezdu Nami.
Beautiful.
Thanks, I've been practicing. So the inspector notices her name is spelled differently on the passport than it is on the entry permit, which is the type of thing that you have to keep an eye out for in the game.
Right.
She says that people typo her name that way all the time. He glances over at Elisa's locket, and then he accepts her story and allows her entry. These two are not directly characters from the game, but their story most resembles Piotr and Katya Vostok, a husband and wife who pass through on day 5. They're fleeing Antegria and will be killed if they return, but the wife doesn't have an entry permit. But if you let her through anyway, you get the Antegria token, which is an achievement, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But with them, the only negative consequence is a citation for letting through someone you shouldn't have.
It's not a terrorist attack?
It's not a terrorist attack. There are terrorists in the game that you can let through and then it will cause an attack to happen, but they're not one of them. As he calls the next person through, there's an explosion outside that knocks him down. An alarm starts going off and someone outside shouts, "For Kolechia," which is usually what the terrorists will shout before they do their terrorist things in the game.
Right.
So the inspector grabs his pistol and runs outside, and we see like scorched fragments of Ivana's clothes.
Yeah.
So I guess she was a suicide bomber. The inspector witnesses Sergiu get executed by Isaac, who then turns his gun on the inspector. The screen turns black and we hear "For Kolechia" again. And that's the end.
Do you think he's okay?
Yeah, probably. No, I think this was... You know what I think? I think this was somebody failing their first playthrough.
So they're just going to restart and everything's fine.
Yeah, and this time they'll let Elisa in. I think. Like, oh man, I should have let her in.
Yeah, the guy they let through had his papers in order and he still did a terrorism.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing in the game too. Like, sometimes just because someone has their papers in order doesn't mean they're good.
Right.
And just because someone's papers aren't in order doesn't mean they're bad.
Right. Just because it's a crayon drawing doesn't mean he doesn't have a heart of gold.
There's a lot. The game has a lot of moral dilemmas that you have to sort of weigh up whether you're going to follow the rules or take the citation so that you can help someone out. Like, I know there's one in particular. A woman comes through. Her papers are fine, But then as she's about to go through, she's like, listen, I'm being trafficked by the guy behind me. Please don't let him in so that I can get away. But his papers are fine. So, like, it's up to you whether you want to let him through and just be like, that's not my problem, or if you want to deny him and help her out at the cost of money for your family.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very good game. It's really good. What did you think of this short film?
I liked it.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was good.
I kind of hate that it was so short. Like, I felt like it could have been a little bit longer.
It would have been nice. Yeah, more of this. More of this would have been good.
Yeah.
I would watch, like, I don't know if I'd watch, like, a whole series. I'd watch a mini-series, for sure, of this. Give me, like, 5 episodes. 5 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, they'd have to be short.
Yeah.
You can't watch too much of this without being like, okay, we get it.
Well, if it was that, I assume there'd be more to it. We'd probably see more. Because there's a lot in the game. I was actually surprised that Ezek didn't come into this at all. Because in the game, there's like a shady resistance organization called Ezek who are kind of working. I think they're within Astotska, so they're not connected to the Kolechian terrorists who were in this short. But they're working against the Astotskan government from within. And they'll occasionally leave you, like, secret messages, and you have to, like, decode these messages they've left you.
Do they give you an Ovaltine decoder ring?
Kind of. It's not too far off.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah, and they'll give you they'll give you a name, and it's like, this person doesn't have the right papers, but let them through. And that's another, like, if you do everything that they want you to do. I think that's how you get the good ending, is by following all of their stuff so that the government gets overthrown and your family aren't in danger anymore.
Oh, so your family doesn't die because you let too many people in?
Well, specific people. The only thing I remember very clearly is that the first time you help them, they give you a large gift of money the next day. They, like, just drop it off. But then your neighbors report that you have more money, and then the government comes and takes the money and also starts investigating you.
Snitches get stitches, bitch.
And then later on they give you another message where they're like, gift was a mistake, let this person in and they'll take care of the government investigation into you. So then if you let that person in, I think they, like, burn down the Hall of Records or something, I can't remember.
That's a good way to do it.
For whatever reason, you suddenly aren't under investigation anymore. And if you don't let that person in, then the investigation will eventually lead to a bad ending.
Why would you do that for yourself on purpose, unless you're achievement hunting and ending hunting?
Honestly, just because you forgot the name of the person you were supposed to let in is a good way that happens. There's a lot of times, like, they'll give you a name and you have to remember it and you have to be on the lookout for that name.
Oh no.
And then, like, if that name comes through and you just don't remember it and you deny them.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough game. Like, I think there are, like, 3 good endings and then, like, 17 bad ones.
Yeah.
That end with you or your family or both being killed. But yeah. I think, like I said earlier, the only specific thing I would change about this short is making the fact that the family are, like, in danger clearer.
Yeah.
Because I think if you already know the game, you know that. But if you were just watching this short on its own, it's not clear enough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need to ask me something.
There's a legacy?
Yeah. Kinda.
Okay.
The director of this short film, Nikita Ordinsky, went on to voice Alexei Toporov in Lucas Pope's next game, Return of the Obra Dinn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think that's really nice. Kind of, like, went both ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it though, as far as I can tell.
Oh, he didn't become a paper himself?
I don't think so. I mean, there's not been any more Papers, Please.
No more papers, please.
People, Shut up. Yeah, like any game that's a big... Because this game was a big success. This was like... I feel like this was one of the early big Steam indie games, right?
Yeah.
Steam indie games are, probably there's like 3 a week that come out now. But back in the early...
That's really underestimating the amount of stuff that floods Steam.
Well, yeah, I suppose. But back in the early 2010s, we were still kind of like in the early period of people realizing they can just make a game and release it. This was back in the Steam Greenlight era.
Ugh, what a dark time.
Yeah, but this game got greenlit on Steam Greenlight. I'm kind of nostalgic for Steam Greenlight.
Even though it just turned into pure slop.
I mean, what do we have? There's no quality control now.
That's fair.
Just everything goes on Steam now. Back then, there was at least some pretense of a game needs to be a certain level of quality to get on Steam.
There has to be some quality control. I feel like you don't see quite as much slop as you used to. At least it's not, like, easy to find.
Yeah, I don't know. I think... Oh, maybe it's changed, but last I heard, I think the only barrier to entry to getting your game on Steam was that it cost $200. I don't know now. I don't know what the situation is now. I want to play Papers, Please, Mel.
Then do it, you freak.
Oh, it's pretty late. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
I have to get through... I haven't even touched my visual novel in a few days. That's the problem. More stuff keeps popping up before I can play Papers, Please. I want to play it. I believe it's going to be a good time. But there's just so many things. Terraria keeps releasing updates. I'm never free of that game.
Are there more updates?
No.
It's going to be
10 years, though, they've held me captive.
Well, yeah, and they keep telling you this
it's
is
like
the last one.
now, I think.
This is the last one. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, Lucas Pope never did any, DLC or updates to Papers, Please, because he wanted to be free of it, I guess.
Right.
I think he spent a little under a year working on it. Maybe it was more. Maybe it was over a year. But if it was just barely. But that he was like, that's enough. My understanding of it is, at least, it's like I want to move on to something else now.
Yeah, that's good. So that you're not living long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, and like I don't think I need like a sequel to Papers, Please, but I would like to see more in this world, I think. The same way that... Well, I should just play the Collectia Times, shouldn't I? Not the What is it? The Republia Times. I should just play the Republia Times.
Yeah, do it, freak.
Yeah, because I've never played it. I was looking at... They still have a store up for Papers, Please merch. I was looking at it earlier today. Really tempted to buy some.
I remember why I keep thinking about Papers, Please.
Yeah. Because
you had the displeasure of telling me about that cozy Papers, Please knockoff.
Oh my god. That might be what put it back in my head as well, actually.
It probably is.
Yeah, so how did we come across that? Somebody made a video of it or something.
You saw it before I did.
I read an article about it. That's what it was. I read an article about, somebody made, it was a cozy like airport security game.
Yeah, TSA game.
Yeah.
That says nothing and means nothing.
Yeah, it was a Papers, Please with all the politics stripped out, and it was just like nobody's a terrorist, everybody's happy, everybody's attractive and smiley. And didn't they, I think like the developers specifically said like our game isn't political in any way, so you don't have to think about anything while you're playing it.
Ever wondered what it's like to work airport security without the stress? Your job is to keep things safe with just a sprinkle of suspicion, but nothing happens.
I feel like there's a lot of cozy games I like, but sometimes somebody makes one where I'm like, why this though?
This is slop. This is 100% slop.
Like any game, if you're trying to make a cozy game out of a particularly stressful job, like imagine like a cozy like social worker game, you know? It's like, don't worry, nothing bad ever happens.
Right. It's an inherently heavy subject, and they're just asking you not to think about it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's okay. Like, I think a TSA game could be fun, but you would have to... Like, I know it's very rare that there's actually a terrorist at the airport. It's very rare. But if you're going to make a game about it, I feel like you need to put in the people who are trying to get through with the stuff they're not supposed to.
This game has that, though. Like, I thought I remembered seeing screenshots of somebody with, like, a chainsaw or something ridiculous in their luggage, and you just, like, remove it, and then that's it. Like, nothing comes of that exchange.
Yeah, play Papers, Please. Sometimes people come through with drugs.
And sometimes it's Georgie.
Sometimes there's a bomb. There's one part where a guy just walks in and drops a bomb on your desk and walks back out, and you have to disarm it. It is not a cozy game, but it's a fun game.
You can get cozy while you play it.
I'm always cozy.
I try to be.
I feel like you usually
and then
are.
my cozy Magfest pants.
Cozy Magfest pants?
Yeah.
I noticed...
They're...
What? No, you go first.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Something about your Magfest pants?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What were you saying?
You know how Johnny Gioeli was at Magfest and was billed as being Crush 40, even though it's only half of Crush 40? I noticed Magfest have now uploaded a video of his performance, and they've titled it Johnny Gioeli of Crush 40 now.
Oh,
They're
good.
not just calling it Crush 40 anymore, which is good. But I don't know if he's... Because when he's talking about doing a world tour, a Crush 40 world tour, but there's been no talk of Jun Sunui being involved in it. And that makes me... I feel like Johnny Gioeli doesn't mind calling himself Crush 40. And that really bothers me because I know that Jun Sunui won't... If it's only Jun Sunui, he won't call himself Crush 40.
Right.
Anytime he's performing Crush 40 songs without Johnny, he calls it Sonic Adventure Music Experience instead. And he's actually said... I can't call it Crush 40 if Johnny's not here because me and Johnny together is the only thing that's Crush 40.
Right.
And it bothers me that Johnny doesn't seem to feel the same way.
Imagine calling yourself Hanson if you're only one Hanson brother.
Yeah, exactly. Or I guess that's a little different because that is their name.
But you're not the Hanson.
No.
The Megazord amalgamation of Hanson.
I'm just a Hanson.
One Hanson, please. Okay, I said a chainsaw as kind of a joke,
and you found
but
a
this is
picture
a video.
of it.
It's a circular saw, actually.
Oh, good. Are we done? Should we stop?
Can we please?
Yeah, I guess we can. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have you got your papers in order?
No. I don't even have my life in order. You want me to assemble paperage?
Yeah. You need to get a passport so you can come visit me.
That's exactly why I can't get one.
Because they know that's what you'll do with it.
Well, because I can't withstand the smell. I have to get my tolerance up.
Oh, please. Thank you to our weird freaks, Mark Kelly, Jamie Core, and Natalie No. Every time I try to randomize the order that I say the names in my head, I don't know that it works out so well. I should actually get
It comes out the same.
I should get a random number generator. I can generate the order each time. Also, thank you to our Club Mesmeron, Eugene Lattig.
Thanks.
If you'd like to join them, you can go to www.patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub. Was it obvious that I added the www to give myself time to think about what the website was?
Yeah, it was.
That felt very early 2000s, didn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard you don't even need to type it anymore. You haven't had to for 20 years.
Well, every time I say it, I get it wrong. So this time I took a moment to think about it, and it made me sound like an old man.
Stepping right out of 1999.
Yeah, our Patreon is full of outtakes from the show, and now there's a bunch of bonus episodes that you can only hear on Patreon. And if you join at the Mesmeron tier, then you can demand that we watch certain things. Also, if you want to help the show out without spending any money, you can follow us on Spotify or YouTube or both. I should be telling people that more.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave a comment, leave a like.
Do the engagement things.
It helps us. It helps us grow.
You have to feed the algorithm so that it stops chasing us.
It will never stop chasing us. I've kind of as far as the algorithm is concerned, I'm sort of living under it's as scared of us as we are of it. You know?
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I just I try to leave the algorithm alone, and I hope that it doesn't hurt us.
Okay, I understand.
I don't leave food out. I cover it when I need to.
Right, don't put the bins out until the night before they come to collect the trash, so that the algorithm doesn't get into it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Skull Pirate Mike. I'm twitching. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, you can find me on twitch.tv/SkullPirateMike. I don't know what I'm streaming right now. Probably Pocopia. I think that came out in between us recording this. Follow us on Blue Sky. We have a feed. If you find me on Blue Sky, you can find my feed about the show.
I'm not there.
You're not anywhere.
Yeah, it's quiet this way.
Yeah, you don't have internet.
No, it gives me more time to make bunnies and octopi.
Mel's been crocheting.
It's my new hyperfixation, and at the end of it, I get a plush toy.
You can come join our Discord and see Mel's crochet results. That's the one place that you can be found. Oh, some of them. Have you not posted them all in there?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
I don't think I posted all the hobbits. I was gonna wait and post them all together, but I still haven't made the last one. Because I got distracted by an octopus.
Bye!
I think I lost you again.
Oh, what? Don't even tell me that.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Do I sound like a robot again?
No, you sound perfectly normal.
I can't hear you at all.
That's weird. That's weird.
It's just doing that thing it does again. I'm gonna hang up and come back. I'm still recording, don't worry.